Welcome to Fresh Talk News Channel. Today, we bring you a major update from the world of politics, and this one involves none other than former President Donald Trump. Last night, President Trump delivered a fiery and emotional address to the 2025 graduating class of the University of Alabama. What was expected to be a traditional commencement speech quickly turned into a mix of campaign rally energy and bold political commentary. Between offering advice like, "Don't try to be someone else," Trump also took sharp aim at his political opponents. He touched on everything from rising egg prices to transgender rights. Each topic met with loud cheers from a mostly supportive crowd. Speaking to thousands of college students at the Coleman Coliseum in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Trump encouraged them to believe in themselves and not see their youth as a limitation. He told them, "Don't think you're too young to accomplish great things." Then, in true Trump fashion, he pivoted to topics like tariffs and immigration, criticizing the due process system for unauthorized immigrants. "Don't think of yourselves as victims," he said, before claiming once again that the 2020 election was rigged against him. Standing in front of banners that read, "The American Dream is Back," Trump told students they were the first graduating class of the golden age of America. He used his own comeback story to inspire students, urging them to trust their instincts and stay ambitious as they enter the next chapter of life. He went on to say, "In recent years, too many of our young people have been taught to think of themselves as victims, to blame others and stay angry. But in America, we reject that mindset. Our real heroes are those who take charge of their own destiny, create their own luck, and shape their futures, no matter the odds." Throughout the speech, Trump alternated between motivational lines and politically charged remarks. He even admitted to barely using his teleprompter, instead going off script, a move his supporters have come to expect. The speech often mirrored his recent campaign stop celebrating the 100th day of his term. At times, he shifted focus to himself, sharing stories of how he had been underestimated and attacked throughout his political career, from rivals who never believed he could win the presidency to surviving impeachment attempts. He also revisited his strong support in Alabama, calling it a second home and recalling one of his earliest and most successful rallies in the state. He passionately told the graduates, "Never let anyone tell you something is impossible. Ever. In America, the impossible is what we do best. You can achieve anything, if you're willing to fight for it." Then he added a powerful and emotional line, "Fight, fight, fight." This, he said, was a slogan born from surviving a failed assassination attempt during his campaign. He urged the students to break the system a little and follow your own instincts, referring to his own unorthodox style of leadership, which many say has brought both disruption and momentum to the federal government. Trump continued, "Change is never easy. And the closer you get to success, the more fiercely the defenders of the old system will resist you." He bragged about facing less resistance in his second term and called out his critics, the same ones who, according to him, hated him before but are now flattering him. "They all hated me in my first term," he said, adding bluntly, and with an expletive, that now, they're kissing up to me. Despite being in a college town, Trump was welcomed with loud applause in this deeply Republican state, which supported him in all three of his presidential campaigns. However, not everyone was pleased with his appearance. Protests broke out nearby. The University of Alabama Democrats, along with the local NAACP chapter, launched a petition against Trump's speech, gathering more than 26,000 signatures. Braden Vick, president of the university's Democratic chapter, made a bold statement, "Americans are waking up. This wannabe monarch wants to rule like a king." Roughly 2 miles from the event, a protest was held featuring big names like former Texas Representative Beto O'Rourke and former Alabama Senator Doug Jones. O'Rourke said, "We have to show up wherever the fight is, even in places like Alabama, which the Democratic Party has ignored for too long." He added, "The people still hold the power. When they show up, whether it's in protests or town halls, it sends a powerful message to the rest of the country." Bernard Simulton, president of Alabama's NAACP, compared Trump to former Governor George Wallace, who was known for his segregationist policies. "He's supposed to be president of all Americans, yet he's failed everyone through his divisive and harmful policies, especially harming Hispanic, Latino, and other marginalized communities," Simulton said. Still, the crowd inside Coleman Coliseum loved it. The optional pre-graduation ceremony drew over 6,000 students and thousands more guests. The venue was filled with as many red "Make America Great Again" hats as there were red honor caps for students with perfect GPAs. When Trump praised the school's sports teams and mentioned the clean shores of the Gulf of America, the crowd roared. He also received applause for declaring that transgender women should not compete in women's sports, a moment that also drew laughter when he mocked certain sports matchups involving transgender athletes. It's worth noting that Trump's warm reception came amid his ongoing battle with the higher education system. Although most of his attacks have been directed at elite colleges, the University of Alabama has also been caught in the crosshairs. Just last month, a doctoral student, an Iranian national, was detained by federal immigration agents as part of a crackdown on international students engaged in activism. This student, Ali Reza Daroudi, was legally residing in the U.S. but still ended up detained in Louisiana. Trump didn't hold back from taking another jab at Harvard University either. He accused it of being too liberal and claimed his administration was cutting off billions in funding. He even pitted Harvard against Alabama, as if forecasting a cultural war between the two. He concluded by saying, "It's clear, the next chapter in America's story won't be written by the Harvard Crimson. It will be written by you, the Crimson Tide." Thanks for watching Fresh Talk News channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more breaking news and political updates. We'll see you in the next one.